Omni-Man
is the first person I thought of when I was making this video. Hell, he was the inspiration for this video. It's clear, if you ask people their favorite character in Invincible, they're gonna say Nolan, and maybe Immortal too. And I think the reason is because Mark hasn't hit that peak in the show yet. So for most people, Mark is still just number 2 favorite Invincible characters. For Nolan, he went from the strongest protector of Earth to the biggest threat all in one day. And that's just heartbreaking. He was really the big bad of season 1. He was that guy. If he didn't stop pounding Mark's face into human soup, who was gonna stop this man? The Guardians of the Globe? You see what happened to the first one. Let me tell you who's gonna stop him. Nobody. And I mean nobody was gonna stop that man. Not Cecil, not any of his tricks up his sleeve, nothing. Omni-Man could have did whatever he wanted to do to that planet, and all they was gonna do was just take it. Pause. And the fact that this man was basically a sleeper agent for 20 years and did what he did with basically no remorse was kind of crazy. Nah, it ain't kind of crazy. It's insane. And then people still like Omni-Man because, you know, he got a cool mustache. You know, you can't go wrong with that. You can't go wrong with a cool mustache. I don't know how that helps his case for murdering innocent and thousands of people, but he got a cool mustache. He got a cool mustache. The redemption arc for him is going to be so good. It's going to make him so much more likable in the future. Him and Mark is easily the best written characters in the show. Omni-Man's gonna do so many great things in the future, and like season 19 or whenever that shit gets animated. And another reason is because I'm pretty sure half the fan base want to sleep with Omni-Man. Hey, look, I can't even blame him, dude. Dude's a stud. Look, I'm not gay or anything, but I know when a man looks good. Okay, that was crazy. Next, we got Jerome from Snowfall, the literal uncle of the show. The man that helped Franklin in becoming one of the most respected and well-known drug dealers in Los Angeles. Jerome's one of them uncles that got that ruthless aggression in him. Jerome has been neck deep in the streets for his entire life, and somehow he's one of the most funniest characters in the show.
Teach your man how to squabble. Get that trigger next time, nigga.
Nah, he really beat the soul out that man, then scared it off on that nigga. Yeah, what the fuck? He's just hilarious. He's the best character in the show, besides Franklin, of course. He's really just the OG of the block. You get into it with the crackhead down the street? Call Unc. You need some work to move on the low? Call Unc. You need somebody to be down to catch a few homies? Call Uncle Jerome, man! He's been in the game for so long and he was finally back to retire. But, goddamn, the street shit caught up with him. R.I.P. Unc. He swap with anybody. And I do mean anybody. Uncle Jerome, Aaron the plumber, Battle Beast, man, that'd be a crazy trio. Hell, you throwing 4 extra in there? That's a Fortnite squad. Next is Zuko. Now, with Zuko, he comes from a great cast of side characters. A lot of people could have been in this spot, like Toph or even Uncle Iroh. But we already have an uncle in here, and I can always do a part 2 and throw Toph in there. Zuko's arc is just plain beautiful. From being on the hunt for the Avatar to becoming one of the best friends of the Avatar, Zuko, the rightful heir to becoming the next Fire Lord, had a fucked up childhood, I'm not gonna lie. First, it started when his mom got clapped at a young age. And after his mom got taken back to the lobby, now he's left with Satan's greatest soldiers for a sister and a father. Now, we all know how Zuko got his iconic scar on his face, but if you don't know, his father almost did him in when he was disrespecting at an important meeting. And Zuko had no idea what was coming his way. When he figured out he had to box his father, guess what he did? He was turning down the fade. Aaron the plumber would not approve of this. Not at all. But his father was like, I ain't trying to hear none of that bullshit. And look at his sister's face. She's enjoying this. I told y'all, Satan's greatest soldiers. And they can firebend? Yeah, that's not helping their case at all. Luckily, Zuko had the best uncle in the universe. Uncle Iroh, his little ride or die. I love seeing these two dynamic. They was just the best duo in the show. Seeing these two always together always just warmed me up, man. It was just plain vibes with them. Or arguments. Or straight BTA. I don't know if y'all remember, but Uncle Iroh and Zuko was straight boxing. I mean, everybody in the show was boxing, but they was boxing. Man, everything about Avatar was just beautiful. It was just so good, man. You need to watch it right now. You just need to watch it right now. If you already watched it 100 times, guess what? Watch it another 100 times. It's that fucking good. Finish watching me, your favorite YouTuber, and then go back to watching Avatar, because goddamn, that show was good. Nigga. I gotta stop cussing, man. I gotta edit all these shit out. That's another thing I gotta fuck it. Oh my, Glenn from The Walking Dead. Glenn. Now, just like the Avatar, The Walking Dead has lots of good side characters. But the realest character in the show and one of the most favorites is most definitely Glenn. I mean, bro was a pizza delivery boy when the apocalypse began. That's just too real. And everybody say if the apocalypse really did start, there'd be just like Rick Grimes. Or no, I'll be Daryl. Or no, I'll be this. Shut up. I would be like Rick or Daryl with a little bit of mixer Glenn. But that's besides the point. Everybody would say that Rick is the heart of The Walking Dead, which is true. And Glenn is the soul of The Walking Dead. When people see Glenn, they don't just see a dude who was an average Joe turn to a straight badass. They also see themselves in Glenn. Glenn was really one of them ones. Glenn was a real ride or die. Glenn was a go-getter. For Lord's sake, Glenn's first human hat was in season 5. And just look at his face. He don't want to be there. He want to be snug up with Maggie fine ass. And I don't blame him either. Dog, Glenn was so real that his homie Keith also didn't catch his first human body. So guess what Glenn did? He took care of it. It don't get more real than that. And I'm not just talking out my beautiful black ass here. The statistics shows it. When Glenn got his shit punched in by Negan, after the premiere episode, the viewers dropped dramatically. It don't matter. You know, it dropped, damn it. I even remember going to school the next day, talking to my teacher about it, cause you know, we used to talk about The Walking Dead and stuff. And she was like, yeah, man, I think I'm done with that bullshit, dude. And I was like, what? Back then, my peanut brain couldn't comprehend what was going on. But now that I'm older, smarter, sexier, I understand it now. She probably dropped the show because Glenn was most likely one of her favorite characters. And also that was one of the most gruesome and disturbing scenes in all the TV shows, especially happened to an important character, so that could have been a possibility too. And with Glenn being killed, that means that anybody could have got murdered in The Walking Dead now. Except for Rick, Daryl, Michonne Fina, and Carl. Wait, nope. They got called too, god damn it. I promise you, if you ask anybody that was watching The Walking Dead back in the day, when did they stop watching? They're gonna say when Glenn died or when Negan popped up. Which is basically the same thing. Cause for everyone, Glenn was literally them in the show. That's all I got for the god damn it. That's all I got for this video. Like up if you liked the video. And subscribe if you new. And yeah.